Do you seem never to have any money at the end of the month and always ask yourself, why am I broke? Here are 15 reasons why you have no money and what you can do about it. It's not the same thing to be broke and to be poor. If you are poor, you don't make enough money to pay for all of your needs. When you're broke, you can pay for the things you need to live, but you never have enough money to save or pay off debt. If that's you, here are some reasons why you don't have any money. Stop asking, why am I broke? And start fixing the problems that are making you broke before they make you poor. But before that, welcome to Wealthy Mindset, a channel where achievers and future billionaires gather around to get inspired. Now, let's go to the video, shall we? Make sure to watch the full video, especially the mid and last part, because I'm pretty sure this will help you a lot. Number 1. You're lazy. I hate having to pay with cash, but there are times when you have to. So you'll have to get it from an ATM. The closest branch of my bank is 3 long crosstown blocks away, which is a lot of blocks when it's cold, icy, or raining. Half a block away, there is a different bank. I didn't want to walk 3 blocks in bad weather twice, so I went to the bank that was closer and paid $3 each time to get my own money. Laziness costs money, whether it's because you don't want to walk to your bank's nearest ATM, you don't want to cook, so you order out, or you don't like doing laundry, so you send it to the cleaners. How to fix it? Well, stop being lazy. I know that some things hurt, but I also know that they won't kill you. This kind of laziness is a bad way to think, and it will hurt you when you try to make good financial decisions. Now, when I go to the ATM, I take out more money, so I don't have to go as often. I don't spend more money just because I have more of it. Cash doesn't burn a hole in my pocket. I still only use it for things that require cash. You might send out your laundry because you let it pile up, and it would be hard to do it all at once. Don't wait so long then. Plan it out like you would for anything else that needs to be done, and then do it. Number 2. You don't earn enough. This may seem like a no-brainer, but what are you going to do about it? If you've already cut down on your living costs and stopped spending money on things you don't need but still can't make ends meet, there's only one thing left to do: make more money. You can keep feeling sorry for yourself, but you need to make more money unless you want to live off the grid and make your own soap and shampoo, if you know what I mean. There's nothing you can do about it sometimes. You can only save much money, but you can make as much money as you want. How to fix it? If you feel like you're not getting paid what you're worth at your job, you should ask your boss for a raise. If you can't do that, it might be time to look for another job that pays more. Whether you want to save for a vacation or for your retirement, you will need to put in some extra work. There are many ways to make extra money, especially online. It's time to get moving. Find a way to make extra money from the couch if you have some spare time. Number 3. The cost of your social life is high. How many times a week you go out? Once or twice with friends, once or twice with a date, and once or twice with coworkers? How much does it all cost? Go ahead and look at Mint. I'll wait. Tick-tock, 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 tick-tock. Isn't that a lot? This is very true if you live in a large city. In cities, food and drinks cost a lot. When I leave New York City, I'm always surprised by how cheap it is to eat and drink out in smaller towns. How to fix it? Lessen your spending. You can say no to an invitation every so often without making people dislike you. Offer to have people over. Have a potluck or just have a few people over for pizza and beer. Neither choice is free, but both will be less expensive than going out. Try not to make all of your trips about food and drinks. Meeting for dinner or at the bar are easy choices, but take a few minutes to think of other things you could do. You can meet at a museum, the zoo, or a park. If you do live in a city, look on the internet for free things to do in your city. If you do that you'll get pages of results. I'm going to a Renaissance fair in October. It's corny but fun, and it only costs $1 to get in. Number 4. You're a slave to a brand. People always buy name brand or a certain brand of something for a few reasons. It's something you know because your parents use it and because your friends buy it. Sometimes a brand name is better than something else, but not always, so you shouldn't always choose it. How to fix it? Only buy the brand name if the difference is noticeable. When you buy an off-brand drug over the counter, you can save a lot of money. Some store brands are much cheaper than name brands. The name brands are more expensive because of the money spent on research and development and on advertising to get the word out about them. Even so, sometimes store brands are better. Almond butter from Whole Foods is cheaper than the name brands and only has almonds in it. Some of the name brands, on the other hand, have weird oils and different kinds of sugar that they try to hide under one of its 57 names. Number 5. Youre Smart with a penny and dumb with a pound. Some people will drive to 3 stores to save 7 cents on tomatoes at one, 32 cents on laundry detergent at another, and $1 on chicken breasts at the third. In the meantime, they have spent 2 hours and $5 on gas to save just a few cents. Some people buy 1-ply toilet paper, that's bad for the animals, but spend $150 a week on food out. It can be fun to find those savings, but it's not fun to give up cable or eat out less, so people don't go for the bigger wins. How to fix it? Look at the situation as a whole. You did a good job of saving money on groceries, but that doesn't mean you can be careless in other areas. Think about spending big money the same way you think about spending small money. Number 6. You're smart with money but stupid with pennies. Okay, this one is better than number 5, but if you're still watching, you must be poor. This one could be one reason. You have a cheap place to live, a good plan for your cell phone, and a used car. Even though you hit all your big goals, you are still broke. Every morning before work, you leave your affordable home in your affordable car and stop at Dunkin' Donuts to get coffee and a donut. You get gas once a week and buy a candy bar and a soda at the same time. You have a list with you when you go to Target. But you always add a few more things to your basket. How to fix it? Because the amounts you're spending this way are small, you might not even realize you're doing it. Even if you do notice, it's only a few dollars at a time, so you don't think much about it again. But even small things add up. And they add up faster for people with no money, like you. We often pay these small amounts in cash, which makes it easy to forget. When you have a $10 bill in your wallet, it doesn't seem worth it to pull out your credit card, which you probably don't pay off in full every month, to pay $2.34. So if you use Mint or something similar to keep track of your spending, those cash transactions won't show up. Give yourself a weekly cash allowance that you write down in your budget so you can keep track of where it goes. Once you know, you can pay closer attention to how these small amounts add up. Number 7. You're not in order. The nights are getting colder, so you should switch from your summer blanket to your winter duvet. It's somewhere around here. What is it? Your house, attic, basement, and garage are all full of stuff, so you can't find it. You decide to buy a new duvet, so you head to Target. You get a notification from Mint that your cable bill has a late fee. Didn't you pay that? You're sure you did. What to do when you're not organized? This life costs you more. The house has that duvet. It's buried under some camping gear and clothes you took out of your closet, but never gave away. When you get home from work, you put your mail on the kitchen counter, and the cable bill you forgot about is at the bottom of the pile. Gather yourselves. Every week, clean out one closet or drawer until you've done the whole house. You'll be surprised by what you find, what you can get rid of, and how much better you feel once all that stuff is gone. Set up your bank to pay your bills on their own. If you don't feel comfortable with that, at least set up a reminder on your phone a few days before a bill is due. Many billing dates can also be changed. Call as many as you can and ask that the due dates be moved to the same day. If that will leave you with too little money, change the dates to 2 different dates that match when you get paid. You don't have to pay your bills every few days. Number 8. You bury your head in the sand. Are you afraid to take an honest look at all of your expenses? You know the minimum payments on your credit cards and student loans, and you pay them. But you're too afraid to look at the total balances and compare them to your income. So instead of making any progress on your debts, prioritize them and do just enough to keep them from going into default. How to fix it? It's not a joke. I'm sure it's scary, but I promise you'll feel better once you know more about what's going on. To drift is hell, to steer, heaven. You'll feel better because you'll have a plan for fixing the problem. And having a plan and following it will help you feel better. Number 9. You spend what you expect to make. A relative of mine who is a fool with money and in general used to say to me, "I don't worry about money. Every day, they print more." So he spent like a drunken sailor because he was sure that soon, very soon, he would be making more of that newly printed money and would be able to pay off the credit card debt he was getting. He never really made more money though, or the extra money wasn't enough to pay off the credit card debt and the thousands of dollars in interest that came with it. How to fix it? Act like tomorrow might not come. No, not in the sense that you won't wake up. You'll have to spend more money on that. But in the sense that you might not get a big raise at your next review, or that the stock options your company gives you might never be worth anything or even gassed. That you might not win the lottery at all. Spend what you make now, not what you think you might make in the future, or even worse, what you think you deserve. Number 10. You're not paying enough. Do you always buy the most affordable version of what you need? Do you sometimes have to buy a second one because the first one broke soon after you bought it? If this is how you spend your money, you are not saving money. How to fix it? Save money instead of being cheap. A person who is good with money doesn't always pick the cheapest option. When they spend money, they choose the best option they can afford. If you need a new can opener, you don't have to buy one with diamonds on it, but you also shouldn't buy one from the dollar store because it won't last. Number 11. You go everywhere by car. When I was in Rhode Island with a friend, she wanted me to meet her neighbor. We got in the car and drove to the house of a neighbor. It was right behind my friend's house on the street. She drove until her street ended, turned around, and walked half a block to her friend's house. I couldn't believe it. From the front porch of my friend's neighbor, I could see her backyard. I still think it's the most lazy thing I've ever seen. My friend wasn't a lazy person or someone who couldn't walk short or long distances. I think she was so used to driving in the suburbs that she didn't even think to walk that half a block. How to fix it? I know that not everyone has sidewalks or public transportation, but some of you who always drive do, and some of you know how to ride bikes. You don't have to ride or walk everywhere or in bad weather, but you also don't have to drive everywhere. Make a list of all the places you drive to in a week. Now look at the list and see if there is even one trip you could make by walking, biking, or taking public transportation. Walking and biking are pleasurable. In fact, they are. And if you say you don't have time to work out, doing so can help you take care of two things at once. Number 12. You enjoy a good sale. Getting things on sale is great. It saves money and makes you feel good about yourself. Before I go to a store, I look online to see what's on sale for the week. But what do you want to buy? Do you need and plan to use it? Or did BOGO make you go crazy? How to fix it? If you buy something for $3 that used to cost $5 but was marked down, how much have you saved? Maybe. Did you really need that thing? If it was, you did indeed save $2. How much did you save if it was something you didn't need? You didn't save anything. You spent $3. For some people, a sale is like the siren song, and they'll buy something on sale whether they need it or not. Stop doing this. It's something you use is on sale, you should definitely stock up. But think about whether you really need it or just want the feeling of saving money or getting a good deal. Number 13. You get what you need. I really like having a lot of toilet paper and paper towels. I don't know why. As a child, neither of these things were taken away from me. But I love opening my closet and seeing that I have a lot of both. It gives me a strange sense of comfort and security. Some people buy things only when they need them. No more toilet paper. Now you have to get some, so you go out and buy one roll. Need toilet paper? You purchase one roll. In the long run, this will cost more money. Not only that, but you have to go to the store more often to buy your single roll of paper towels. And every time you go, you buy a magazine, a soda, and a few other things. How to fix it? Buy in bulk. Most poor people can't do this because it costs money. They'd only have enough money to buy new things when all of the old ones are gone. But you aren't poor, you're just broke. This is one reason. Usually, buying one of something is more expensive than buying a lot of it. A really cheap, gross, single-ply brand of toilet paper is on sale for $1.50 a roll at the drugstore near me. They are selling 12 nice rolls of toilet paper for $4.99. So it looks like the nicer one is $42 per roll. When you buy more of something, you get a better product at a lower price. Number 14. Either everything or nothing. You'll know this one if you've ever been on a diet. You've been doing well, but then you slip up and eat that cheeseburger. Well, you've gone and messed up your diet, so you might as well throw a party and eat everything in sight. Some people do the same thing when their spending habits get out of hand. They make a mistake, so they give up. Now they're back where they started, or maybe even worse off than before they started. Perfect is not the enemy of good. How to fix it? You will make a mistake because we're not robots. It's okay to make mistakes. It's not okay, though, to make a mistake and then give up. You made a mistake today, but you can fix it, and you will. Number 15. You don't have a fund for emergencies. You have to drive to work, right? But your car needs a repair that will cost a lot of money. Don't worry, just use money from your emergency fund. Because of this, you have one. You don't have one, though. Still, you need your car. So you put the cost of repairs on a credit card that was already close to its limit. Or, what's even worse, you get paid a loan. You now owe more money. How to fix it? When saving for an emergency fund, there are many big goals to aim for, such as 3 months of expenses, 6 months, or $25,000. But you're broke, so you can't reach those numbers right now. But don't forget that you are not poor. So you're going to save, cut back, and save some more until you have $1,000 to put in an emergency fund. Even if you're broke, you can get that much money. You just have to start doing a few of the things on this list that you haven't been doing. You'll have your emergency fund in no time, so you won't have to use your credit card anymore. Don't forget that debt is also an emergency. So there you have it. Just pick one. Do any of these or all of these sound like you? That's okay. You're here because of that. So you can stop being broke before you become poor. But I don't want you to feel too much. Just pick one of these that you know you do and try to fix it. And then another and another until you're not doing any of them. And you don't have to be broke anymore. Hope this video helps you a lot. If you find this helpful, a like and a share for this video would help us a lot in reaching more viewers like you. Until next time, see you.